I'm tired of losing your straws. Today, I'm revealing the technique that will change the game for you. So discover how to bet on under 3.5 goals. The technique that can definitely make you win. This well-kept secret of professional bettors is finally going to be reached. Get ready, because I don't know if you can...
It's just the thunder we've seen.
It's a beast, isn't it?
The least
this
tragedy.
Goal, it's one of the safest strategies, since from the start of the match, you've already won your bet. In fact, it's much more reassuring to start from this principle. I have to say, there must be struggles for me to win my sponsorship. No, there must be no struggle. That is, the score remains. So the more the minutes advance, the more your bet is likely to be won. If the score, of course, doesn't change, then it still takes 4 to lose your bet. Let's face it, it doesn't happen every day. But before we get to that, thank you for all your thank you messages, be it for my analysis or for the Equipster, which I have included in my team. So Basketball Infinite, Chosen Prediction, French Prediction, Volleyball Predictions, or even Best Football Predictions, which have excellent results. Don't hesitate via the online chat world by .pronounce or NetPoint to ask them their results, their hotspots to the impassive. I'd be delighted to
share them with you. By the way,
only trust people who have a completely unforgivable peasant. These are trustworthy people. I hope you're doing well, getting ready for the holidays and preparing to have a good time with your loved ones. In any case, stay till the end of the video because I'm going to show you a strategy. It's super simple, but if you cut just one of the points that I'm about to give you,
they might work.
In any case, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Do you prefer to play on under 2.5 goals, 3.5 goals, 1.5 goals for the same scores? In any case, leave it to me in the comments. Don't forget the little like, it takes a microsecond for you, but for me, a video like this takes over 10 hours of my time for synthesizing information, video editing, video mounting, uploading, but also miniaturizing. In any case, if you want to help, I'm going to use jargon that's incomprehensible to most. And don't worry, if you can't make it today, you need to do dry runs to see if your method is profitable. I don't know if you know this, but 97% of people who play don't have respect. Losing money, being part of the 3% is truly an achievement. So don't lose, and it's you. Always play money you can afford. But he stays motivated. In any case, with my developer, we are creating a dedicated AI at Wunder 3.5 puts. So to see the news, you click on EA. On my site, you have a new tab, which is here. You can see very easily. You see that we have included Minya in the table tennis, and which was asked of us, or even on the points in hockey, or very certainly
when you watch this video, the
artificial odds on the under 3.8 will be implemented. Come on. The first principle of this technique is to monitor the under 3.5 bit series between the teams that are dwindling. And you can see that quite easily with H2H stats. Same, I will put the link in the description. So you see most of the teams squaring off today. You see, it's if we make an under 3.5. So you see, you got quite a lot. And the trick I would give you today is to choose teams that scored 3 goals in their last match. So why am I telling you this? Simply because these are the teams who score fewer than 3.5 goals. That is, who have very few goals in their games.
So if we take a match where...
Lately, because you see, it's ranked in fact. The lowest match is the farthest one. The highest match is the most recent one. So if the last match between the two teams, there's a skin for goal. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Please take care of your reference site.
Well, we might think that the next match with the two teams, there's a small chance that there was to be 3 or even 4 fights. And you see, I give you the example of a team Estudiantes versus Defender Ugefitia. So generally, there are 3 teams, 3 goals, 2 goals, 2 goals, 1 goal, 3 goals, 1 goal. You see that the last match there was 3 goals. We can very logically say that there wouldn't be a next match, 3 goals less. And if I look, because this match is over, are there SF in that? We end up with a 1-0. The match was quite equal. Very, very few goals. I'll give you another example. Marañón against Martigues, and you see that 3 goals, 2 goals, 3 goals, 1 goal, 2 goals, 1 goal, 1 goal, 3 goals, 2 goals, 3 goals. Generally, when there are 3 goals, the next match has a maximum of 2. So here the 103.5 goals. Yes, absolutely appropriate. Then, of course, you have to see if the odds are appealing, and that's another way to do it. It's to look at H2H. The matches where there were the most under 3-2, and to see if there have been many goals in the recent match, because it can give us an indication of the next match where there would be fewer goals according to the law of series. After your site, as interesting to watch. So the second one will be footy stats, and you see footy stats on under 2.5 here. So you have the choice between under 0.5 and under 1.5, and we are going to go on under 3.5 goal, where you can see we're going straight down here. So you have the team, you see here what series it is on, and you have in how much time and where soon. It's not that which is going to interest us. What interests me is that I can't complete this ranking. It's going to be the odds that are here. Because you see that on a team that makes a 7 out of 7 under 2.5 goals, it is more interesting to have a rate of 1.70 and getting a rate of 1.29 on exactly the same series for another team. What's going to be interesting here? It's going to be to go and grab the best odds, let's say above 1.89. So you have one here in large, even with teams. We make still abbreviations, 8 out of 8. If you want to have one here, who makes a series of 9 out of 9. So Baghdad, which is with the odds 2.1. So the same, you may need to add an under 4, which will be interesting. If the under 3.5 is at 2.11, the under 4 should be 1.75 and 180. There isn't much risk for quite an interesting side to stop at some point, but we are still on our odds 1.80 for a render 3.5. The site will also be interesting to watch in relation to this. The third site you can also look at is fctable.com. There you see the best teams for over 3.5. And you also see
best
the
team
for under 3.5, it's just below. So you don't always have the odds indicated, but the odds is the second one here for the 3.5 bits render.
Then the next step is to look for the facts.
If you want codes that are a bit more interesting, the code that starts to be interesting, it's going to be this one, Armina Bilfid against Muchen. And here we are on 1.40 for a team that makes up 94% of the offer to evaluate 5 goals. Same here. We are going for quotas of at least 1.40 against red. Likewise, we are under 2 that makes 93%, the under 1.40 here. And for this side, for example, on FC Table, where you go looking for odds at 1.40 and try to catch teams that are in the front line. That is the first zone, and it's to avoid the second, third division, etc. Because the more you are on a league, that is, the higher the level is, logically speaking, from a point. And who says, logically speaking, that the teams have to neutralize each other more or less, and that we have a much lower chance of having a lot of goals. In the second divisions, third divisions, the technical level is not very good. The defenses are very brittle. And there may be many goals, especially since teams tend to get discouraged. And the beating taken in second division does not have as much impact as in a first division, where even if he starts to take on water, he continues to defend to the end. Not to get caught at the workshop. So that's why on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals, I really advise you to take the first ones in general. Don't forget that the technical level is so low. In some divisions, we can have completely absurd scores.
And you see, if I go down a bit there, this controversial, the match is in hand.
We're dealing with the flu at 88%.
1.70 or an hour and a half with more than 5 goals. It would be interesting to take a look
the match. And if you have to watch
bit more in detail, you have the old stat area, which is really very well done. So you see, I said on the 17th, I'm going to go see Celtic against Earth. So you see, you got it. It already gives you the chances here, in fact, to go a bit earlier. 3.5. So it is necessary that things are at 42%. So they are still important. This might not be the match to analyze. We're going to look a little more in detail. And to take a look at what's going on with each of the teams, you go to this tick, for example. You go all the way down. So here it's the home ticket. You look at home. At home, we are on an under 3.5 goals at 60 millimeters. And if I look at hertz, when they are on the outside, we are on an under 3.5 gigahertz. Then they're 420%, always the same. If you want to analyze this match, what's important to look at is how often we have over 3.5 goals on the home team. So you see that now, no, yes. Yes there, no there, yes there, no there. Still quite rare. It's true that what's a pity is that of the... So there we had a sandwich. There was little chance there would be over 3.5 in the next match. But you see, it can give you a little idea of what might happen. Likewise, Hertz on the outside, we are sure. We only have the last match left. Generally, there are rarely 3 goals, even if they have scored 2 in a row now. I see that there have been 3 goals, then there was 1 goal. There have been 4 goals, then there was 1 goal. There have been 3 goals, then there was 1 goal. You see that every time there were few goals. Generally, the match after, there are very few goals. So if we follow this logic, static Hurst without really crucializing, we can say since there are 3 goals, there's still a chance that we might stumble upon a slightly smaller score.
I don't think it's bleeding me anymore.
So I'll
no more head.
Summarize the websites to help you. So H2H stats, looking closely at whether the last match is there or not. 3 goals, footy stash, while making sure that your odds over 1.80 can be really very interesting on these teams, and the same for FC Table, which also gives you the teams where there were less than 3.5 high. try to really choose teams from Ligue 1, the most secondary lives, to avoid flipping the goal. He checks afterwards on All-Stat area if it's really wise to play this match. Don't forget that on the site rodomatteo.net, you click here, you can join my Telegram group, which is totally free. I'll also put the link of the disc group that it came out at the time when you're watching this video. I tell you, see you soon for another video.